So my name is Michael Flesher. We're at Ghyll House Farm, Addingham Moorside, just on the edge of the Yorkshire Dales. We're uphill farmers. We have been for 4 generations, and then we've done nothing but farming. And then as time's gone on, we've reduced stock a little bit and that. And then times are changing where uphill farming isn't what it used to be, and it's just generally harder to make a living. I've decided to plant trees because 20 years ago, it was something that I wanted to do, and through budget and red tape, it was all on my back, and if it went wrong, it wasn't going to work. So we pulled out, and then White Rose Forest have been tremendous in helping us do all the paperwork and leading us forward and giving us a vision.
So about 2 years ago, I got in touch with the White Rose Forest project to see whether they were interested in helping us work towards creating some new woodland in a joint project between myself and my neighbour, Michael Flesher. So initially, what was really helpful was the willingness of the White Rose Forest to come out and talk with us and walk the site and understand what we thought we wanted to do and give us a bit of a steer on what was helpful or not. So having somebody to walk round with us and discuss the different aspects and the topography of the land, where was a good place, where was a bad place, was fantastically useful. So having gone through that circuit, we then the White Rose Forest took away the project and passed it for environmental assessment and for the official mapping, which relieved us of all of that responsibility. So they did all of that and then came back to us and said, okay, here's a plan, what do you think about this? So we sat down around a table with Phil and talked about how that melded with what we thought we wanted to achieve, and that's really how we got to where we got with the final plan.
Especially on my site, I wouldn't want to plant trees on good farming land. That is not for me. I'm planting it on the bankings, where on the moss and that, because the sun's behind the hill, so we don't get much light here really. So it's beneficial to plant on there because the production of grass isn't just as good. So we're still going to keep sheep, but we will work round it.
One of the things that we found has worked really well is the opportunity to bed and breakfast, if you like, some of Michael's sheep. So we're able to offer him intermittent grazing, which helps him and helps us because it helps to keep the grass down and the sheep graze really happily between the trees. If you keep the numbers at the right livestock level, then we've had no difficulty at all, and they do us an enormous favour. We're getting free fertiliser, we're getting close crop grazing, intermittent, and really clearing around the trees. And the big thing about that for us is no weed killer. We're really keen to not use any weed killer. So the sheep are doing that job for us. And so having that relationship with Michael is absolutely brilliant.
One of the positive things about White Rose Forest is that when they come, they wanted to do a bigger plan. So to plant the trees, to help put the track in, the fencing as well, all the budget, it's been brilliant. That has been one thing, the key point of the whole progress of this, is them taking the weight off my back.